Come in. The door's unlocked. Hey, your timing's actually perfect. I was just wrapping up a coding lecture. While I shut this all down, make yourself comfortable. Yeah, totally. You can sit on my bed. Or if you'd rather, once I'm done shutting this all down, you can even take my office chair instead. It's got some decent back support if you don't mind it being a bit worn down. So, I suppose you probably want to get down to business. Your text seemed a little urgent. But if you'd rather just get your mind off things, we can just hang out and, let things kind of flow naturally if you'd prefer. So it really is that important, huh? I see. Well, I'm all ears. Of course, I'm not going to force you to talk about anything you don't want to discuss. Although, if I'm being honest, I'm not really getting a good read of the severity of the situation. Sorry. I'm just trying to brace myself for whatever news you have if it's really that serious. Oh, okay, so it's not like a bad diagnosis or a death announcement. Okay, thank God. Alright, then what's up? No, of course I wouldn't judge you. Unless you were some kind of serial killer or didn't credit artists on the internet, you don't have to worry about me of all people thinking less of you. Lord knows I've lost that right with all the skeletons in my closet. Absolutely. I only get pissed off when people aren't honest with me. But otherwise, I don't see the point in being that uptight. Life really isn't that serious by the end of the day. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Do you want me to grab you some water or something while you kind of think things over? Sure. Get yourself kind of back to zero and then, we'll take it from there. I'll be right back. There you are. All set? Okay. So what's going on? Okay. Oh, okay. So are you just questioning or do you know for sure? Okay. And have you told your parents or anyone else about this? Fair enough. I can see how that would be intimidating. Well, first things first, let's give you a bit of reassurance. Come here. I want a hug from you. No, don't be sorry about getting emotional. It's a big moment for you. Just know, though, that you're safe here, okay? I love you and I care for you very dearly. So don't feel worried about anything. I know this can feel like a crazy big leap, of course, and I don't want to downplay the seriousness of this moment, but you don't have to worry. It's not a big deal. Or at least not to me in that way that I would care about it to the point where I would think differently of you. And there are a lot of people who would do the same. Figuring out your identity and slapping on a label to say that you're gay, or if later on you feel like you might be bisexual or pan, or if you wind up realizing that you're even straight or something else, I don't know. It can be a jarring thing, but by the end of the day, people are starting to realize that unless you're hurting someone or doing something really dubious, there's nothing wrong with you. But all the same, I do want to say thank you for feeling like you can trust me enough to tell me this. And trust me, I'm willing to help you however I can. I mean, I can't live your life for you and I can't protect you from everything, but I'll support you whenever and wherever I'm able to. Well, if you're really not sure how to kind of proceed with this, how about we start figuring it out? I think step one, no matter what, should be to prioritize your safety. I get that bottling this up from certain friends or family might kind of eat away at you and make you feel a little less satisfied right now, but if it jeopardizes your safety, then it's really not worth it. Well, there's little things you can do to kind of, gauge the safety. Try talking with those people that you're not sure about, LGBT plus stuff in general. Say something neutral like, hey, did you hear that insert celebrity came out as bisexual? And then maybe follow it up with like, it's so interesting how many celebrities are, opening up about this. And then see how they kind of feel about it. It shouldn't take a whole lot of probing to get people to explicitly say how they feel about the gay agenda. And, if right now is not a good time to come out because you're still living under someone's roof or whatever, wait until you're free and then live your life for you. I would also suggest considering general safe dating tips. Yeah, like if you're going to meet with someone over a dating app or that you just met at the gay bar or something, tell a friend that you trust that you should be expected to be home by a certain hour, or that you'll text them sometime afterward to let them know that you're safe. And let the person that you're with know that someone is waiting for you by a certain time. It might sound a little excessive, but frankly, I think everyone should be doing that. I'm not sure I follow. What makes you scared to hang out with other gay people? Don't even waste your time trying to be something you're not. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, whether it be being more gay to fit in or more straight passing to be more appealing to people who don't really matter. Just be yourself. You're gay, you're not in a cult. If people for some reason aren't accepting of you, then they're hypocrites. And again, they're not worth your time. Yeah, that is unfortunate. There is still a lot of that religious turn or burn rhetoric. Though I think it will please you to know, just because someone holds up a sign on a street corner with religious passages on it, that doesn't make them right. Contrary to what some people think, being gay is a natural thing. Of course, it's not for everyone, but it's been observed in thousands of species. It's been observed evolutionarily to be a benefit. And in the human body, they're finding that there isn't such a thing as the cookie-cutter man or woman, biologically speaking. It's only seen as being a new thing, according to some people, because before, it was heavily censored, because of how much it went against traditional values and all that BS. And as someone who studied theology for a really long time, there's a lot saying that God doesn't actually care if you're gay or not. A lot of that's actually due to mistranslation and historical context. Yeah, sorry, I know I'm kind of turning this into a bit of a sermon, but I just don't want you ever feeling like you're less than normal, because there's nothing wrong with you. And you should feel comfortable in your own skin. I know there's still a lot of work to be done and more progress to be made, but priority number one is you not being your own enemy. I know that's easier said than done. My fight with depression has pushed me around a few times. However, there are good people out there that'll help you, but it's up to you to put in that fight for yourself. Again, I know I've said this before, but you deserve to feel safe and loved. You deserve to have people who care about you. You're a good person and there's nothing wrong with you. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't betrayed anyone. You're not crushing your family's dreams, because if they put their happiness on you, that's their unmoral feeling, and that's not your fault. There is no sin in loving someone, unless if in the process you're being unfaithful, or there's no consent, or it's not a healthy type of love. But I don't think you're the kind of person to do that. And don't stress out over anything being set in stone. You're allowed to change your mind while you figure stuff out about yourself, whether it be about who you love or what you're into or how you identify yourself as. No matter what you come to terms with, you are beautiful and wonderful as you are. So always treat yourself as such and take care of yourself. So, how are you feeling? I feel bad though. I kind of talked a bit more than I did listen. I'm pretty sure I got a higher word count in the last few minutes than you did. Well, I'm glad if it's what you needed. I know sometimes being in your own head can be less than fun. But really, I would like to hear more about what you're thinking of doing next, and like I said, I'm willing to help you through it. Although, don't feel like you have to make any bold decisions right away, of course. Well, I'm not really doing anything in particular right now. How about you stay here and just kind of relax for a bit? Yeah, don't feel like you have to rush out or anything. My schedule's pretty wide open, especially for a dear sweet friend. You are, though. No, you need some self-love right now. How about I turn my computer back on? It'll take less than a minute, and then we can do something fun. Whatever you want. I don't really have a whole lot here right now, but we have internet access, so we can be more than flexible. I want another hug, though. No, this is more for me than for you. You give great hugs. I'm kidding, of course. Again, I'm really happy that you could come to me about this. Anytime.